Good morning, everybody. Well, day 2, I get to start my video out like this. Somebody's not having a good morning. They must be busting everybody this week. Better slow down, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 352. Man, we're getting close, aren't we? 13 episodes left. And I just passed 926 miles of bicycle riding this year. So that's just from January. That's not like the full calendar year. I'd be over 1,000 miles, but I should be over 1,000 miles here in the next couple of weeks. So maybe by the end of my daily vlog, I'll broke 1,000 miles riding my motorcycle, riding my bicycle. Anywho, just figured since today was going to be like a numbers type of day, I would let you know those numbers. Anywho, I am gonna go get some coffee and I'm gonna get to work. It's another cloudy, dreary day here in Florida. We don't get a lot of those, but man, I don't like them at all. Anywho, let's go get some coffee. We'll see you in a few. What's up, guys? So, yeah, it's been raining all day. I hate rain. I know we need it. I still hate rain. Rain just brings me down. We've been planning all day. Finally, we had got like a full day of what last year looked like and what next year looks like, and a few things I can tell you. So I can tell you that we absolutely kicked ass last year. All the goals we set out for growth, we exceeded. Everything went up this year, which is, if you're in business, any kind of business, that's what you want, right? You want this. You want that to continue. So ours did this year, and I'm super stoked about that. And I can't thank you guys enough, right? Because our business kind of depends on you. It does. It depends on all of you. It depends on all of you that follow our Facebook, that watch our YouTube, that are on our TikTok, that are on our Instagram, even though we're never on Instagram, and all of our Facebook groups, sharing our message, sharing support bikers, coming to our moto meetups, riding with us when we're out and about, coming to our events. I mean, all that stuff. All that stuff, it equates to making our business do this, and you guys are the direct cause of that. So, I'm going to start this video out by saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for watching our videos and doing all the stuff that you guys do. I appreciate it. Angie appreciates it. The whole Badger family appreciates you. So, again, thank you. We could not do it without you. So I know there are some big questions. Lots of people want to know our big trip this year. So our big trip ended up being 105 days, 17,000 miles. Yeah, what did the numbers come out for that? How much did it cost? So I had guesses all over the place, from like, I think my highest one was like $75,000 and my lowest was like $5,000. So, yes, we were on the road for 105 days. We were home for a couple of those days, but for the most part, 105 days were what we were away from home in that time span. For the first like 50 days, it was 3 bikes. So that's an extra mouth to feed, and that baby Badger, she stayed with us in the hotel rooms, so there was no extra hotel expense. And then there was gas and, of course, any repairs, all of that for the V-Rod, because it was with us too. So we're talking 3 bikes for 105 days. 13,000 miles on the V-Rod, and then 17,000 on Mama bike, and 17,000 on my bike. So, I mean, if you really want to add that up, we traveled, what, 1734, almost 50,000 miles in that amount of time were put on bikes. So that's a pretty good accomplishment, if you ask me. Anywho, let's get to the numbers. And I shot the numbers so I would get them exactly right. But let's get this party started. So, food. The total amount of food that we bought in that time span was $6,641.82. That doesn't really count like, snacks. If we stopped into a gas station and grabbed snacks or something, some of those were missed because we paid cash for them, and I didn't count the cash stuff. So, but that's a pretty close guesstimate. And then we have hotel. So our hotels were $8,288.30. And that is, majority of those are Holiday Inns. Just so you know, we stayed a week in Sturgis, we stayed up in Milwaukee, and all along the coast of California, and so on. And so that total was the $8,000. See what next we got. Repairs. So total motorcycle repairs while we were on the road was $1,859.96. Those repairs included like a fork seal along the way, tires, brakes, that type of stuff while we're out on the road. The biggest portion of that, I think, was Baby Badger's V-Rod. We had to get a rear tire and a front tire and brakes while we were out on the road. That shit is not cheap, as you guys know, especially with that big, wide back tire of hers. But yeah, that's what we spent on repairs and all while we're out on the road those 105 days. Repairs, maintenance, all that fun stuff. What else do we have here? Gas. So we spent $6,156 on gas for the 3 bikes, and then the 2 bikes for the second part of the trip. And then last but not least, I have miscellaneous. This is hats, t-shirts, stuff that didn't fall into those other 3 categories, right? Just money that was spent while we're out on this trip that didn't fall into gas, food, or hotels. So, that can be any number of things along the way. But anyway, we spent $2,895.98 on that. So our grand total for the 105 days, 17,000 miles, was $25,841.95. That's what we spent in that time period to make our Badger tour, our trip. There you go. There's the totals. A lot of people ask all the time, how much does it cost for you to travel? Now, we're pretty blessed because our bill for hotels would have been much larger had we not had friends to stay with along the way, and family to stay with. That bill would have been up there considerably more. So of course we stayed in Michigan with our friends, we stayed in Missouri with my sister, and then with Angie's brother and my sister-in-law, in Alabama with our friends Chuck and Shyla. So along the way we had houses to stay at that didn't cost us anything, and so that definitely helped with those expenses. Me doing a lot of the work, that helped keep the expenses for bike repairs lower. And the thing that really jacked us was gas, right? Because we had 3 bikes that were all burning gas. When you ride 2 up, right, you have 1 bike, 2 people are on it, and you use less gas. But when you're 3 different bikes, then you have the bill of gas for all 3 of those. But anyway, that is my conclusion. That is how much we spent to make that trip this last summer, and now we're planning 2024 trip. So as soon as we have information on that, we will start letting it out as to where we're going. We do know for sure we'll be in Daytona Bike Week. We do know for sure we'll be in Sturgis. Those are for sures that we know we will be at. Otherwise, who knows what else will come with 2024. But we're planning now, so stay tuned and I will let you know. Anyway, guys, thank you again for all of your support, and we will see you guys tomorrow.